Hello and welcome everyone back to my channel, and welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. So today we had a new patch notes release drop. We've had a new update and it's going to go live like anytime. I'm not really sure if it's on the iOS store right now or not because I haven't had a chance to check. I just now walked in the door, but I want to go over the patch notes with you because this is going to be super cool. There's a lot of things that have been fixed, a lot of things that have been changed, and some new stuff added, so this is really exciting. Greetings, house leaders. A new update has arrived. Read on to learn more about new features, tuning, bug fixes, and the newest Game of Thrones Legends release. So that's what this is, basically. So the new stuff. Check out some of the new features coming later this month. I don't really know how it could be later this month because we're on the last day of September right now. So maybe they mean October, I guess. So at some point in October is when they'll drop this new stuff. So new feature, trials. Play through the battles in this new feature to earn specific resources and rewards. That's super cool. That's something we've needed desperately as a new feature to play, because I don't know about you guys, but there's so many times when I'm out of energy and I just can't play the game, and it's dumb. I hate that. I have to close the game, go do something else when I don't want to. I want to play the game. So give me another feature that I can play, and trials sounds like that's going to help. To earn specific resources and rewards. That's cool. I can't wait. I hope I have some trials that will help me earn more silver. Hint, hint, Zynga, more silver. New raid rewards. Raids at the end of the season reward is rotated to Cersei starting on 10/14. So that's super cool. That's something that a lot of players have been asking for, is can we get the raids rewards changed to a different hero? Because a lot of people were getting tired with just Khal Drogo shards all the time. And I mean, he's a great character, don't get me wrong. And I'll take as many of his shards as I can get. But with this rotating to Cersei, that's going to give us the ability to try out a different character that you may not have been able to pull yet. And I'm one of those people. I haven't been able to get Cersei yet, and I've really wanted to try her, so that's really cool. I'm looking forward to that. Now, I don't think it takes effect in the season that just started today, and then I don't think it takes effect for the next season after the one that started today, because that would be 2 weeks away, and that says 10/14. So I'm thinking you have 2 seasons to prepare. So if you want to go ahead and try to push to a higher level in raids so that you can get more rewards when they do start dropping the Cersei on the season that starts on 10/14, be sure to be working towards that goal so that when they drop those, you're ready to get the most you can get. I know I will be pushing to probably Gold 1, maybe the Iron Throne, just depending on how it goes. More than likely Gold 1 for me, because that sounds like it would be a more comfortable place for me than Iron Throne. I'm just not that big of a tryhard to even think that I can compete in Iron Throne right now, so I'm not even going to sweat that. Added recommended might values to each battle in the campaign to help keep track of the difficulty levels, so that's good. So now you'll be able to know how hard a event is before you actually participate in it ahead of time. That's good. Refresh the level select view with recommended might, new effects, an easier difficulty selector, campaign rewards, and more. Level node visuals have been adjusted to hint at the level difficulty. Added ability to tap outside of dialogues to close them, so no longer will you have to fumble with trying to hit the skip button. You can just tap anywhere to get those dialogues to close. That's cool. Added grouping of mystery chest rewards on the progression map. I have no clue what that means, but I guess we'll figure that out. A grouping of mystery chests. Okay, I don't understand, but whatever, that sounds good. Give me more chests. Added surfacing of when energy recharge will occur. Oh, thank God. This is something we have been asking for since the start of the game. Give us the ability to know how often our energy recharges. It's not that difficult. We've been asking for that since they released, and this sounds like what that finally is going to be right there, to where it'll actually tell us when our raid energy refreshes and when our campaign energy refreshes. This is such a cool thing right there. If it's what I think it is, that's going to be awesome. When trying to do a legendary assault, fight with 0 remaining energy. It'll tell you when the next energy is available. That's cool, because that's always a mystery right there. I never know when I'm going to be able to attack again, especially after I've done my 3rd attack and you have to wait on that 4th energy to recharge and you don't know when it's going to happen. You just have to keep checking back to see when it's available. This will be super cool. Players will now receive local push notifications when legendary assault energy is refilled. That's great. Functionality to resume the reward flow and summoning if the app is closed during the animation. Who would ever close the app during a summon? I don't know. That would be asking for trouble, but yeah, it's too important to be doing that. That's like the one thing you wouldn't want to do. Added reward dialogue to daily login flow to clarify what the player is actually receiving. That's cool. Maybe they'll give us the ability to actually look at that chart when we want to pull it up and see where we're at on the daily login flow chart. Right now you can't see it unless it's just time to collect your reward, so that's kind of weird, but whatever. Support for Polish, added a close button to the summon pack info dialog. So tuning, here we go. Here's some stuff. This is the section that we always cringe at when we see, because we sit here with bated breath wondering, are they screwing with my favorite heroes? Well, here we go. Let's look at it. Sansa and Arya. Ally Gem, the sisters reunited, buff duration from 2 turns to 3 turns. Okay, so they're increasing it. This buff gets in line with the duration of other buffing ally gems. Okay, so sweet. So that one got stronger. Joffrey and Marjorie, ally gem, the royal couple. Healing has been increased from 2% to 5% current hit points. Since this scales with current hit points, the healing can be a bit stronger. Okay, that's cool. Like that. I like to see stuff get stronger. Improved timing on the Triarchy Marauder skill, the Stepstone Raider. Okay, I don't really know what that is, but I hope that's good for you. Fixed issue where Davos Seaworth's passive was breaking too many gems. Once again, I don't have him, so I'm not really sure what that was, but that sounds like that could have been broken before. Bronn and Tyrion's ally gem, the Oathsworn. Description inaccurately read 300% bonus damage. The in-game value is 25%. So the description was updated. The functionality is unchanged. So it sounds like they just got the wording correct to be more in line with the actual damage that was being done. So let's hope they didn't nerf that one. Jon and Ghost, ally gem, monsters and men. Description inaccurately read 250% bonus damage. The in-game value is 25%. Description updated. Functionality is unchanged. Okay, this one I was actually aware of because we've been discussing this one because we didn't think that was doing that much damage, but we couldn't quite pinpoint the math on that. But I see now that we were actually on to something. The in-game value was a lot less than that. So we had picked that one. We pegged that one. So that's okay. So I guess as long as they didn't update the functionality, then I guess we're okay because it was working good before. So if they didn't change the functionality, then hopefully it'll still be the same. Oh no, here's one that affects me big time because these two are part of my team. Daenerys and Grey Worm's ally gem, Breaker of Chains. Description inaccurately stated it could apply up to 2 fire to an enemy instead of applying fire to 2 enemies. Description is updated, functionality is unchanged. There you go. I knew that this was not working as intended because every time I tried to watch how much fire stacks were being applied to enemies, it never did add up. Well, there we go. So now I know that I was right on that one, and it puts my mind to rest because that's been driving me insane. Because like I said, Daenerys and Grey Worm are a backbone of my team, and now I know that I can only apply fire to 2 enemies. Description updated, functionality is unchanged. So it should still function the same, but now it's actually going to do what it says. Alicent Hightower, the Green Queen. Skill, Birthright, has been dropped from 5 to 4 turns. Okay, so maybe that was a little too strong. Attack damage has been dropped from 21% to 10%, so maybe it was too strong. Attack damage per Birthright mark, 45 to 74%, is now 15 to 44%. Heals percentage of max hit points, 4.5 to 19.5. That's now 5 to 20.5. So that one got raised a little bit. The passive 1, Birthright granted, 5 for every 4 turns. It got dropped to every 4 turns, and all those got dropped to 4 turns. So it looks like they took some of the power away from her and that Birthright mechanic, because maybe that was a little too strong. It's obvious. I don't know, because I don't have that team to use to try, so that one was kind of lost on me. I'm not really sure. And I never really noticed that it was wrecking me in any of the teams that I went against that had those characters, so I don't really know if that really changes anything for me. Orell's leader ability no longer reveals hidden gems. Orell's new leader ability will prevent enemies from gaining stealth and grant his own allies an accuracy buff anytime an enemy is defeated. Ooh. Orell's leader ability will now prevent enemies from gaining stealth. So does that now make Orell a super counter to 1-1? That's interesting, because 1-1 was kind of his ability to stealth the whole party at a certain amount of stars for the whole battle was kind of OP. So I wonder if Orell is the counter to that now. That will be interesting to see. We'll have to check into that one. Aemon Targaryen. Aemon's leader ability has been adjusted to trigger upon any 3 enemies defeated rather than enemies of a specific faction. So that makes him go off more frequently now. The gear, they've adjusted gear drop rates. Okay, this is a big one right here, because this is something that's been going on in my community for weeks. We've been discussing the gear drop patterns, the rates, the ability of certain accounts to not even get certain pieces of gear. So they didn't really go into a lot of detail about what they did. They say they've adjusted the drop rates. So that could mean a lot of things. That could mean you get them more. That could mean you get them faster. That could mean you get them less. That could mean you get certain types of gear you wasn't able to get before now, or maybe you get less gear than you were able to get before. It doesn't really go into detail, so that's going to have to be something that we investigate, because the gear situation and the dropping of gear was a major problem for a lot of us, because we would end up with our whole party of team that was missing one epic subclass piece, which would be how it usually worked out. And we're so frustrated with that, because we want to get all 5 epic subclass pieces until we start to get legendary to replace them. But it just seemed like that when you created an account, you were assigned a loot table that kept you from getting certain pieces of gear, and it almost seemed like it was designed to keep you on the treadmill and keep you going, because if you got all the gear you needed for your party, you would get complacent about farming gear, probably. I don't know, but that kind of seemed what I smelled that the Rock was cooking, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what that means. That's going to be interesting to try to see how that works out. I'm going to be paying special attention to that, because if I start to get stuff that I wasn't able to get before, then I'll know, what that was about. So bug fixes. They fixed some Alliance stuff. Don't really know what that first one was. You have been removed pop-up from appearing. They fixed the chat scrolling issues. Thank God. I hope that that's fixed now. Because as an Alliance leader, I was constantly scrolling through my members list, looking at my people, looking at activity times, trying to see people's might and scores and how they were performing. And every time I would scroll down the list, it would reset to the top. And it was so frustrating. Oh my God, I hope they fix that. because it basically caused me to not be able to manage my alliance like I needed to be able to. So please, thank goodness for that hopefully getting fixed. Fix fly up text from when legendary assault battle time expires. Fix legendary assault battle result screen. Fix issue with Drogon's skill ability animation. Fixed enemy responses after waking from pacify. Okay. That's the yellow dragon probably, because he's the one that goes to sleep and then wakes up and blows your brains out. So maybe that's a little better now. Fixed legendary assault boss timer not properly updating when the timer reaches 0. Yeah, I've seen that happen before. So that's cool. That's cool. Whoops. Let me grab a hold of this thing here. The event fixes, the Dragon Egg quest. The Rage Meter Caraxes in Dragon Egg event now attacks only after the player makes a move. Okay, that's cool, because that won't cause me to waste my turn when I make an animation and he's attacking and it cancels out my turn. I've had that happen a couple times. Battle of the Bastards fixed the bug that granted hidden chapter rewards from the Battle of the Bastards event. Oh boy, I don't even want to go into that. That's a big sore spot in the community as to how they could legitimately excuse banning so many people that took advantage of a flaw in their design that they created. I don't even want to get in the middle of that one, but I'm glad they fixed it, because now maybe the people in my community will quit getting banned and quit leaving my community. Updated Battle of the Bastards summon token artwork. Hide reward UI when no rewards are given. Fix completed last level showing play button instead of replay. Gameplay fixes. Added stat counter indicators for enemy and player buffs and debuffs. That's cool, because I know that if you've been playing for a while and you want to see how many stacks of fire somebody has, your enemy, so you can know how good the damage is going to be on them, you have to click into the character and actually go down and look at their buff and debuff list to find that out. Now hopefully we're going to see a counter on the battle screen itself, to where we can just look at a glance as to how many stacks of fire they have, how many stacks of ice they have, bleed, so that we can see, how we need to plan our attacks to either add more or chill or whatever. That'll be nice. Fixed shields staying visible with 0 damage. I've had that happen. Fixed wrong chapter number appearing in the fixed issue when double tapping on enemies to select them. Okay. Dothraki Longbraid now properly displays the amount of stamina he grants the leader. Okay, that scared me for a minute when I saw that name. I don't want to see any nerfs on that one. Enemy characters now rotate less, preventing the edge cases with sideways character placement. Fix Poison Master when playing as an enemy applying too much damage. Fix Pacify being removed when an upgraded gem does damage. Fixed Viserion Champion special ability animation. I wish they'd fix his power. He's a little bit too OP. He's the worst one of the 3. Improved skill ability timing for Cersei Lannister and Brienne of Tarth. Fix Caraxes hazard gem targeting. Gear fixes. Fix the ask for downgrade cost when swapping champion gear if it's needed. Fixed the gear might calculations. Okay, this is something that's caused me fits too, because the gear might calculations were off, and it caused my Daenerys to look less powerful than other people's Daenerys at the same level with worse gear than me. And they would always be like, why is your Daenerys so weak compared to mine? And I put in tickets on that, and they just kept on ignoring it. And then I finally figured it out. It was a visual bug with the equipping of gear. It actually wasn't not as powerful as I thought. It was actually more powerful, but the gear equipping system was causing my might calculations to be off. So I think that's what that has to do with. Fixed gear upgrade auto select feature to properly account for stacks. Fixed gear image for the House Tully blade. Kings Road Gold Road fixes. Daily goal completion bonus info text to reflect the latest reward. I wish they would fix dropping Mender Naturalist gear. Give us something else besides Mender Naturalist gear. Oh my gosh, please make it random. So ridiculous that we get Mender Naturalist gear for our Gold Road rewards every single time. Please change that. Zynga, my god. Raids fixes. Fix the new season rollover with edge case raids. Fix players being able to have dragons in raid teams if they were added to the default team before unlocking raids. I have never seen that, but that's interesting. Roster and team edit fixes. Fix faction button on Champions info screen. Fix Gold Road store appearing while IAP was disabled. Reduced amount of public game data shared with other players. Fix privacy policy. Fix text overlapping. Fixed errors related to new content being downloaded. Fixed errors when player account data becomes too large. Fixed tooltips as summon champions showing 0 shards. Okay, so that was pretty much it. And wow, was there a long list of stuff they had fixed? That's great. 92% of this crap I had no idea even existed, that it was a problem. Some of them were big problems, like the Alliance chat scrolling, gear drop rates. Hopefully that was fixed to our favor. The Daenerys and Grey Worm stacks of fire not doing right. A lot of this stuff some of this stuff I was aware of, and I'm glad that they dealt with it. Now, one thing that I'm super excited about at this whole update, other than the gear drop rate fix, was this right here, new features, trials. Play through the battles in this new feature to earn specific resources and rewards. I hope it's silver. I hope it's silver. Need silver, please. Subliminal message. Please add more silver. This is cool because I hope that this is going to be something else we can do to play the game, because like I've said, there's been so many times when I can't even play the game because I'm out of energy, and it's so dumb. I hate that. Anyway, so that was the patch notes release 1.0.192 as of September 30th today. Hopefully this is going to be a good patch for us as players, and I look forward to talking to you about this again after we've had a chance to test it and kind of say, we'll come back around to this and say, yeah, we definitely see an update here. We definitely see the betterment of this specific mechanic, that type of thing. We'll come back around in about, I don't know, a week or two, and give it time to play some of this and see how it's going to shake out, and then we'll kind of do a touchback video and see, how it worked out. So thank you for watching my content. I appreciate you being here, seeing my time. I hope this was fun to you to actually go over these patch notes together and talk about the things that we would like to see, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.